Okay, so I don't think I need to explain Sonic the Hedgehog. He's the video game character from 1991 that's been running around, being on toys, books, comic books, DVDs. Yeah, we don't talk about those items. But that's not to say he's had this entire time without a single bump on the road.
I think we're... Okay. I think we're at the point where we need to admit that this was never really a great franchise.
Nope. I digress. Sonic has had his ups and downs in the game industry for quite a while. In fact, for over half of his lifespan, we've had a wide range of games from good to bad to... Yeah, we don't talk about those either. But his films? Well, so far he's had two, and they're honestly not that bad. Being a video game movie is hard. You have to make sure that the characters are right, the feel of the video game translates well to the screen, and you have to make sure not to piss off the army of whiny babies that need Lara Croft to have her triple D polygonal boobies just right, or they'll cause a mass riot. Now, you might remember Sonic the Hedgehog, the 2020 movie, from...
SFPD! Meow?
Yeah, okay, there's a few things we don't talk about from Sonic, let's just be real. Now, don't get me wrong, I adore the movie, but in reality it's just okay. Outside of the beautiful redesign by Tyson Hess, it's a pretty generic and more just has the spectacle of Sonic being in a film, which on its own is amazing, but the film itself falls flat from being anything more than just a fun kids film that played it safe. But its sequel?
Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Do I look like I need your power?
Oh, mwah! Chef's kiss. That is some good shit right there. And so for my first video on here, I'd really like to talk about it. This is my review for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Okay, now the following is going to be a pretty bad short summary of the film, but I feel like we should go over the story. The story follows the first film, with Sonic now living with Tom after, banishing Eggman to the Mushroom Planet. Which, by the way, sounds really weird when you explain it to somebody who has no clue about Sonic. Or even people who do know about Sonic but haven't seen the film. And he causes trouble and gets a dad talk from Ted and is left on his own to do his best attempt at adapting the one-man show of Home Alone. Meaning, he gets to hang out, party alone, except with his dog friend, who they forget halfway through the film. But, anyway. But uh-oh, Eggman is back, and he has a new friend. My boy, my man, Knuckles! And just when Sonic starts getting his blue butt kicked by this red menace, I was going to throw in a communism joke here, but I decided against it. But I'm still going to keep the note in that I said, insert communism joke here. So, yeah. And as Sonic gets his blue butt kicked, Tails shows up to show him the way. I'm so sorry for these jokes, man. Anyway, he shows him the way to the Losers Club after he helps Sonic escape. The two learn about the Master Emerald and go on a hunt to find it and save the world, as Eggman and his new red bestie for life attempt to get it too. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This isn't Scarface levels of writing. This isn't the Citizen Kane I was expecting it to be. Come on, it's a fucking Sonic movie. What did you expect? The plot is straight out of a classic era game, and honestly, I'm all for it. The film breathes that classic Sonic energy without being overly forceful about it. But now it's time for my actual thoughts. It's good! The pacing is fast and punchy, but no pun intended there. And it's not too overbearing and in your face. The human scenes are a nice break of calmness that flesh out the characters of the story that are important. And even some of the characters that weren't so important in the first one, like Tom's wife and sister-in-law, Maddie and Rachel, who get a lot more fun scenes together in the whole wedding secondary plot. Jim Carrey as Eggman is good as Jim always is, and Idris Elba really brings his all as Knuckles in a way that doesn't make Knuckles seem like a meathead that Sega always wants to write him as. Sure, he's dumb as a fucking rock, but it makes sense in this context, and he still feels important to the story. The story was the right amount of fun for kids and adults alike, and sure, it has that normal kid flair most comedy films for people under the age of 12 would like. You know, the Fortnites, the dance with the fun little pop songs, but it still pokes fun at the cheesiness of it, so it can also show how campy of a film it's trying to be, which I think is perfect for Sonic. You hear that, Ken? We don't need Sonic understanding the meaning of war, you weird, overzealous piece of... Sorry about that, but overall the film itself is made in a way that it's fun, child-friendly, and still enough for an adult to sit down and enjoy. And that's what Sonic should be. Family fun. And honestly, I can't wait for the sequel and the new Paramount Plus series to show me where this version of the Blue Blur goes next.